we have some big news. We're going to foster. And we are believing the Lord will do big things for these kiddos and their families. We believe He will move the mountains for them. We know the Lord will pursue these little ones, just like when He left the 99. We're super excited to be trusted with much.
Hi, I'm Ian. This is my wife, Stephanie, and we just wanted to share a little bit about our journey in foster care and how amazing the Lord has been. We felt called early on in our marriage, but it felt scary. There's a lot of steps in the application, and so although we went to training in 2020, we finally got licensed in June 2021, a little bit of dragging our feet.
Yeah, and so our heart to foster is not to complete our family, but really to just stand in the gaps and minister to other families and give them space to accomplish their goals, and to be their community, to be their extended family. In December of 2021, we got a call to take a 4-month-old baby who was on oxygen and a feeding tube. And we prayed about it, and it was definitely a quick yes from the Lord. When we got to meet Amelia for the first time, the thing that I noticed first was actually a picture of her mom hanging over the bassinet, and my heart was just drawn to her. I can't imagine what it's like being separated from your baby.
Amelia was born super early, like 24 weeks. She had already been through so much in the NICU, and there was lots of ups and downs, but it was amazing. She got to come home to our family just before Christmas, no oxygen, no feeding tube. I think that was just the first of many lessons in just giving things over to the Lord. There's no illusion of control, and we just had to know that things were going to be uncertain. Because of COVID, and she being kind of super fragile, we just had to hunker down and basically be by ourselves as a family for several months.
Mm-hmm. And Amelia's mom got to visit her every week. She was so committed to being with her. She lives about 5 hours away, and so she would make the drive down 5 hours, spend a couple hours with Amelia, and drive back. And her determination to be a great mama to Amelia was evident. We had committed early on to just pray for Anna, Amelia's mom. And so during the middle of the night feedings, I would hold Amelia. We would just pray for her mom, and we would pray for identity to be rooted in the Lord, for her to have a great community, for her to feel loved and seen and known by the Lord. We were eventually able to build a great relationship with Anna and Lane, the grandma, and have them enter our home, which was part of our dream. And the first time I met Anna, it was just so great to be connected and to know that we are for her.
So the thing about foster care is that it just takes so much, and that's why we were so blessed to have an agency that rallied people around us, to have Northlands, Promise 686, all these people who would come around us, whether it was giving us meals, babysitting, praying for us, helping us move furniture around to accommodate the different people, financial support when we would go to visit her in Tennessee for her birthday, or all these different things. It made a huge difference. And there's also a special family from Northlands, from our church, who kind of offered up their space that we would call the Airbnb, so that Anna and Lane, when they would drive down, they could go and spend time with Amelia, both in our home but also in their own space, so they could just have time to themselves. And that was such a huge blessing.
Mm-hmm. And what's really amazing is that Anna did accept Jesus, and she leaned into him for healing and identity. And I mean, that was just an amazing answer to prayer. And she is and was surrounded by an amazing community who became her village, and she had a great support system. She left on December 1st, which was really hard. But the beautiful thing was she went to go be back with her grandparents, and before she left, we got to pray and we got to worship, and we just knew God was going to take care of her. And so having that peace, even in the devastation of her leaving, it was such a blessing to have that time together as a family.
And so yeah, it was devastating when she left, and really hard. But I think it was amazing that we were connected to the family. We got to do kind of daily FaceTimes and just things that were focused on, hey, what's best for Amelia? What does transition? What does attachment look like for her? And then that slowly tapered off.
I longed to see her. My heart ached to see her. And it was right before Christmas. And I was just like, Lord, can we please see her before Christmas? And her grandparents reached out and were like, hey, do you want to stop by? And we're like, yes, we do. We will drive hours to just stop by. And it was just so precious to see her. And it was so good for Abby. It was just so good for all of us to see how well she was doing. And I got to go back multiple times to help babysit and just continue that relationship, which was really special. And there was this one time that I just felt like the Lord lifted off this weight, and he reminded me that Amelia was so loved where she was with her grandparents and with her mom. And what's amazing is that she did get reunited with her mom on the same day, actually, that we said yes to 2 foster babies as well. A few months later, we reached out to Anna to invite her to our foster babies joint birthday party, and she and Amelia came along with Lane, Amelia's grandma, and it was amazing to have everybody back in our house again. It's just an answered prayer, something that we had longed for and dreamed of, but we didn't know that it would happen. And I think the added bonus is that Anna was able to connect with our current foster baby's mom. And so they've been able to connect, and Anna's been able to share her faith and what Jesus has done for her. And so it's just an ongoing testimony.
So foster care is definitely something that was for our whole family. Fortunately, Abby, our daughter, she loves being involved, and she realizes that she gets a more tired and a less patient version of us, but she's always, and whenever we talk about doing it again, she's always, oh yeah, I can't wait to do it again, and I love having the babies around. And so yeah, it was just such a privilege to be invited into this by the Lord. I think just being able to say yes to him, being able to see all the ways he's going to show up, and really, it's changed us, it's changed our marriage. It's been super hard, and it's no doubt it's challenging, but yeah, we're grateful to the Lord for inviting us into that, for seeing the things that he's done. And we believe he's calling more families to do this. To step into the foster care realm. There's lots of different ways and what that can look like, but we know that that he will be faithful to you, and that he will use you to go after the one. So yeah, we encourage you, take that first step. Don't try to figure out what it's going to be like after step 7. Follow the peace, take that first step, and yeah, it will be a privilege.